update information is here for Squad Busters, and I've got to say, having watched through this briefly once, it looks really, really good. Let's watch from start to finish and react to everything that's here.
Welcome to a new Squad update, or Squad update for sure.
I'm going to say Squad update. I don't know if I love it, but Squad update, all right, let's go.
This time, we're not only adding new characters and features, but we're also saying goodbye to a few things. The battle bag is gone.
Now, this is something that absolutely needed to happen. Keys are gone, baby. This is a huge W. If they did literally nothing else in this update, it would be a very good direction for the game. I said this in many videos, but if you don't use keys, you feel like, oh, well, everybody else used keys. They're kind of cheaters. And if you used keys, then your win was less valid because you're a cheater, you used keys. So keys were just an L. No matter how you look at it, everybody was losing. They had to get rid of those. They were definitely toxic for the game. Let's keep going.
Along with keys and rerolls. Normal keys can
now, rerolls being gone is a little bit weird, but she'll cover this in a second, all right? We'll keep going.
In matches, but will no longer appear in the shop or as rewards. Although rerolls are removed, we are keeping the...
This is exactly what it needs to be. A refresh 3 times. I literally said this on stream. I was like, you know what they need to do is make it so that you can just refresh a couple times. It's skill-based. Everybody gets them. This is also a huge W, minimizing the randomness. I do think that 3 is maybe a little low, and that number should maybe be 5, but 3 is still great. It does mean that squads overall, by the way, are going to be less powerful than they were before. And the reason for that is that you could use lots of rerolls before if you were pay to win, and you could get more stuff that is more powerful. And by the way, I made a video about how rerolls are overpowered. You could basically keep your squad costs so low. You'd have more coins to do more things. So this actually is a nerf to the pace of the match, which I think is fine, okay? But I would probably bump the number of refreshes up to 5, but that is such a small adjustment. Overall, this is a huge W. And I'm going to be honest, like spending money on keys and rerolls did not feel particularly fun. In-match consumables are a fat L, and they're all gone. I do wonder how they're going to compensate us for the consumables we've already saved up, but like they've got to do that, right? They're not just going to be like, consumables are gone, bye, and like you get nothing for the ones you have. I don't think you need to use up the ones you have now, but see if they say anything about that.
A refresh option, which will be free and available to everyone 3 times per match. Megas will also disappear as consumables and will become skins.
I did not see that coming. Removing megas is definitely good for the game. They are a cool idea, but really unfun in baby battles, really unfun to be chasing somebody down and they get a mega as you're busting them and you lose now. Now you're the loser because you were the winner. They're super weird and they had to go. Flavor-wise, I thought megas were super cool, but reality of it was really bad.
For every mega you've unlocked before the update, you'll receive the corresponding skin for free.
Now that is really cool. Megas as skins, that's awesome. I think the skins are all great. Oh, by the way, this is funny because this picture illustrates like the power level between the ones on the middle and left here and the one on the right. It's like completely night and day. So that was the other issue with megas, is the power level diff was way too high. So making them all skins, I support it. I really liked Mega Start, but even Mega Start, like if you got the Dragon Chicken to start, you lose. And if you got the Shelly at the start, you have permission to win. I mean, I have one with Dragon Chicken, but... You
will also receive additional compensation based on the amount of keys, rerolls, and megas you had.
Oh, yeah, you get compensation based on keys, megas, and rerolls. Good. So everything you're going to get compensation for, that's a huge W. Okay, great. They do mention it. I thought they didn't. Good, let's go.
We are keeping lucky finds in battle, which will now give a fused character instead.
How do we feel about a lucky find, chat? I think it's definitely better than a mega. I think that it's giving you a choice of only one. Like, you get this unit, which is not as good as potentially a chest giving you 3 options and you pick the better option. But if you're in a panic getting busted, then, like, you're just smashing the button. You're not actually thinking. Not usually. You just don't have time to really react. I think that this can be fine. I think that it's not as good as a Mega was. So I think this is okay, but the power level's not that far off. I don't know. You're still getting rewarded potentially for getting wrecked, but there is the other side of that coin, which is you took a fight early, or you had someone who you didn't want to fight just roll up and commit both of you to losing all your units, and it puts you back in the game. I can see why they want to test this.
With Megas gone, the Mega Start mod has been removed, and we're also removing Baby Battle by popular request.
Hey, yo, Baby Battles sucked! But would Baby Battles still suck as much without the Megas? I feel like, I don't know, maybe... I'm not going to argue about it, but it's sort of throwing the baby out with the bathwater. That's a pretty good pun there, because the thing is that Megas are what made Baby Battles so toxic, but also the whole point of the game was to collect stuff and then use it. And then like this game mode is like, forget your collection. It's like, well, why am I here? I mean, I guess the gameplay is also very good, but like, I don't know. I think Baby Battles might not actually be as bad now that they have remove Megas, but I also think there's a 0% chance they can reintroduce Baby Battles. Like, not possible. It's gone. You can never add it back. It will never be popular to try it out. I think there should have been a little bit more trial period before removing it now that Megas are gone, but I think no one is going to be mad about the removal of that game mode, myself included. I think that's fine. I almost sort of feel like at best it would be an okay game mode, not a fun one. So like I can see why they get rid of it, right? I can definitely see why the people that like it would say, oh, but it's the most skillful game mode because there's no top end that people can have. No 4 stars, while everybody else has 3 stars. And that's a sentiment I definitely appreciate.
Chess doublers will stay, but won't be time-based anymore.
Dude, chess doublers being time-based really kind of sucked. You like have to rush. If you had to do other stuff, it was like, oh man. If you accidentally got a chess doubler, it was like, I have to do this now. Or you could get a chess doubler after using your tickets up, and it was like, bro, that's a great change. GG, good job. Also, 99% sure that the gem pass here is teasing a max skin, and I will show that to you later in the video. So max skin incoming actually looks really cool. That'll be a part of the gem pass. I bet you that is not this upcoming gem pass, but the one after. Let's see. We'll see.
Now let's talk about the new stuff. Beta players might remember this. Now you can get style tickets from the gem pass and other reward tracks and events.
Ooh, let's pause it here for a second. So style tickets are cool. Get it from the gem pass and other events. Very cool. Use them on cosmetics. Love to see it. I would be shocked if there was not a bundle you could purchase to get style tickets, but I would prefer if style tickets were only earnable from things you have done. Thus, your skins would reflect things you have done. That would be my preference. Let's keep going.
Style tickets allow you to buy certain skins and emotes in the shop, but...
Dude, okay. So that was 100 tickets for an emote, 600 for a skin. And this chef, is she cooking? She is cooking. Dude, I feel like they must watch the streams. I have been saying we are cooking in my streams for a long time. It's like if you put Chisgule on a soundboard, that would be a thing I say a lot.
But Paula... why would I want new emotes if I never get to use them anyway? Well, that might change now that we're introducing action emotes, which allows you to assign emotes to specific actions so they trigger in battle automatically. You can still use them manually if you prefer by tapping the speech bubble in the match.
Dude, that is so good. Emotes are pointless. I'm playing. I don't have time to emote. Are you kidding me? I don't have time to emote on you, but now you auto emote. I think it's honestly like a little bit toxic. Like, I think it is a really cool feature from a feature standpoint, but also like auto emoting when you bust people's squads. Yo, people are going to be raging. People are going to be fuming, smoke coming out of their ears in frustration over getting emoted on. Just saying, it's gonna happen.
Excuse me, who are you and why are you dressed like that? Be ready to collect pancakes because Mini P2W will be visiting your plaza as soon as the update lands next week, willing to exchange pancakes for chests. These lava chests are guaranteed to drop the 3 new characters coming with the brand new lava wall.
Archer, Fighter, Leon,
The world event.
Oh my god, hold on. We gotta slow it down and look at each of those. Hold up. All right, the archer is an attacker and shoots an arrow volley after 12 archer attacks. This is basically like a Shelly, but I bet you that as you star her up, one of the things she will do is shoot more frequently, and that will matter a lot. It's just fat AoE damage. How does this differ from what we have? So Shelly does AoE stun for her ability. She's going to do AoE, and I think it's just got to be more damage. Like if Shelly is a fat knockback, right? Then this has just got to be in the direction of damage. She's like the Dynamite of commons, maybe, which is an interesting idea, right? Dynamite at the commentary, as opposed to a Colt who's doing like a straight line AoE. This is obviously, I would think, a circle AoE. Arrow volley could represent lots of shots like in quick succession, but I don't think so. I think it's like a circle AoE template. That's my suspicion. Okay, Miner seems insanely cool. So Burrows then attacks after using enough turbo. I don't know if all the turbo you use up over time sort of accumulates, and then once you have enough, boom, you can do this thing. Or if the way it works is you must use turbo consecutively. So like you must use 3 seconds in a row of turbo and then he burrows. Maybe that's how it works. I suspect that when he pops up, there's a knockback effect, which could be devastating. A front line that would go into the enemy's squad and pop up and do a knockback, like all of that, and then all the range DPS is hitting the Miner instead. First of all, I think the Miner is likely to get popped. He'll need some survival stuff associated with him, and you're going to need to fuse him probably, because he's not just the front line, he's like hitting their back line, which is that is exactly how Miner should work, baby. That is exactly how Miner should work. Miner, what do I think here? Obviously going to pair insanely well with Chicken, with a Hog. Not so much a Max, because, Max a little bit, but I love the turbo synergy, and I think obviously there's going to be game mods where this will be busted, where you're getting lots of boots just by virtue of being in the game mod. Like, how is this going to work in golden boots? Oh my god. Miner is going to be popping off. Leon gives an invisibility spell. Bro, I do not know how that works. So I speculated about this in my previous video, and he is also a speedster, which I find kind of curious. He's an epic speedster that gives invisibility. I don't know if invisibility is not only making your squad invisible, but going faster. But like, you will destroy people. Like, I made a video, and I keep referencing it, about how you should ambush people from behind and pop their backline. If Leon lets you go invisible, people could pop up behind you anytime. You would never know. And you would want lots of speedsters, by the way, because you want to sneak up on people, and who knows how long this invisibility spell lasts. I wonder what else he's doing as a speedster. So he could be giving you turbo, which would be really, really good. Like an epic that gave turbo, you would use that, right? But the thing that would be a little weird about that is that by the time you get that far into the match, is that really what you want? Maybe. I mean, probably, right? Like you almost always could use more turbo. But then he's sort of like a chicken and the flavors mixed. I think it is more likely that while you are invisible, you go faster, and maybe he makes your invisibility last longer as you star him up. If I had to bet, that's what I would guess. And it's possible that going through grass extends your invisibility at some star level. I'm just guessing here, all right? Let's keep going.
The world event will be easier to complete this time, so be sure not to miss the chance to get the 3 characters for free. As you can see, Lava World comes packed with tons of familiar monsters to fight.
Hey, yo, that was an Inferno Dragon. Okay.
More than any world so far, and it has a new burning...
Also, though, an Inferno Dragon, is that just gonna, like, shred a unit, just like it does in Clash Royale? Like, if you bring an El Primo and not enough DPS, does your El Primo get cooked if you take too long? Is that, or I don't know. Very cool from a flavor perspective. Also, these are meteors full of gems, which is pretty sick. Volcano shoots out eruptions that are gem explosions. Let's watch
environment
that.
With a special volcano gem mine.
Ooh.
It also brings the following 3 new mods. In Crystal Forest, everyone starts with a massive hero Greg in a race to chop hundreds of magic trees.
Cool. Yes. And Greg is fun, and it feels productive somehow to chop trees. Right? You agree with me. I think you do. Leave a comment. Let's keep going.
Timeout is an explosive mod where everyone starts with 200 gems, but if you don't collect enough time to make it to the end, boom. Then
Bro,
we
that is
have one of our wildest
diabolical.
mods yet, Hatchling Hoarder. Capture and protect adorable giant hatchlings that follow wherever you go. Watch your tail, because the more you get, the easier they become to steal. The Lava World event will be available starting on update day and for a week. The 3 new mods will be in rotation for everyone while the event is active. And once the event ends, Lava World will be placed at the end of Squad Journey. If you are currently in Squad League, you will automatically get to Lava World after the event.
I was going to say, bro, if you reset me again in a way that I cannot progress anymore, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay, good. I think that seems fine. Oh, by the way, that's a Leon right there. So Leon does hang out in the back. Maybe it's a range unit kind of hanging out in the back with the Mavis there. That could be good.
And will receive style tickets after the trophy reset. Now about the Gem Pass. Since Megas are gone, so is the Mega Bank, which will be replaced by a Piñata Bank and will give a different set of rewards for gems you collect after finishing the pass. Burgers and Bullet season will start as soon as the current pass ends and will last for 2 weeks.
2 weeks is fast, bro. Fast season. Also, this is going to be a really cool tank skin, not going to lie.
Worry, the rewards are worth the same as a month-long pass, but they will be faster to achieve. The Monster Madness season will start in September, featuring Spooky Pup Rider in the Super Pass.
Dude, Spooky Pup Rider in the Super Pass. Okay, and that's in September, they said. Wow, this is like happening so fast. Okay, I thought that maybe it would be Max in the future, but well, maybe it could be. I don't know, Spooky Pup Rider. Leading up to Halloween, we got to get all the spooky stuff, right?
Infernal Battle Healer and
Infernal Battle Healer? That thing looks sick, bro. It just makes sense. The Succubus, let's go.
Spooky Trader will come to the shop
Nice.
as part of the
Cool
same
looking.
theme. A bunch of other
Ooh, new skins. Bee, and then a Nita skin, and then a bow skin. All kind of like, got that foresty vibe, Mario raccoon suit theme to them. Okay, sure.
the new skins will show up in the shop in the following weeks, so stay tuned and remember to
Oh, there it is. Do you see it? That's the Max I was telling you about. The Max I told you about earlier. Look, it's Max. Watch.
tune and remember to use hashtag
Oh, yeah.
SquadSneak.
100% that's Max. Also, there's a new Halloween skin for the Medic and the Mavis. I'm kind of like, bro, Mavis already, and you turned her into a witch. But like, the pink hair is pretty legit. I actually like that a lot more than Tour Guide Mavis, which is kind of like, And a big part of the skin is the sound effect, by the way. Although, sometimes you can't even hear the sound effect in the battle. So all in all, how do I feel about this update? I think it is a fat W, and we are probably now, arguably, in my opinion, at kind of where I feel like the game needed to be at launch for it to be as successful as it could be. Like, this is what the game needed to look like at launch, in my opinion. And then within a month, they need to launch the community stuff. So I think they need 5v5 gameplay. I think they need 2v2v2v2v2 duos. I think they need clans. I think that community is one of the most important things in any mobile game. And there are exceptions. It's a battle royale. I get it. But again, this is like the only game I have played in as long as I can remember where community was not some part of what you're doing. I guess the only other game is like Diablo. I played a lot of Diablo and I was very happy. But even in Diablo, in the original one anyways, like I was a part of like a clan. I don't know. It wasn't, but that wasn't an in-game system for the original Diablo. And then I played a lot of Diablo 3, which didn't. But I feel like community elevates everything. And if they put community into this game, it will become the thing it could become. But until then, I'll be really curious to see how this affects the popularity of the game. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. All in all, actually a fat W of an update. I was not expecting quite this many Ws. They even made the Lava World event easier than the Frost World event because, yeah, it was a pain. And I think obviously there's going to be some ways to buy the characters once you unlock them, just like there was with the Bandit. I bet all of that's the same. But since squads are going to be invisible now, might be time to brush up on your ambushing skills. Check the card in the end screen. This is all about how to ambush an enemy squad. And turns out it's going to be really important, I think, with Leon making squads invisible. You are going to be so vulnerable. It is really ridiculous.